Where are we going this week? Let's head back to Speyside with some monkey shoulder. Hello again, welcome back to Whiskey Wednesday on Wasn't My Fault. I'm Nathan, as always. So this week, monkey shoulder. As I said, it's a Speyside, so Scotch. It is a blend. Why monkey shoulder? Well, you see, they've got little monkeys on the shoulder. So monkey shoulder, it's kind of a sad thing really, when you think about it. A lot of whiskies are named after the people that made them and that sort of thing. But monkey shoulder actually refers to an affliction that a lot of the workers would get shoveling grain and that sort of thing all day, so stooped over, and they get a bad shoulder from it. So it's called monkey shoulder. So this is kind of named after that. There's some on the bottom as well. So it's kind of sad, but it is nice that they are kind of, pointing back to things that happened and that sort of thing in the past. So it's always nice to know a little bit of the history of things. So this should be interesting. It's one I wanted to try for a while. It is a very popular one. It always says batch 27 on it. I think that's just a lie. I think they all say that. I think it's just a kind of tradition they have. Something like that. I've never seen a different number anyway. Oh, I love the attention to detail. Like I said, some people turn those into the key rings and that sort of thing. But, oh, nice. I don't know if you can see that very well. The cork actually has the fruit monkeys on it as well. Already, that smells really nice. Oh, that's quite fruity. Glug, 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 glug. Right. Oh, that's quite pungent in a good way. It's got a nice aroma. Right. There's quite a lot going on, surprisingly, for a mixture, a blend. Sometimes you find blends are a little bit kind of more specific areas they're focusing on. It's very kind of fruity and floral, but sweet as well, a little bit of vanilla. Interesting. I'd also say Christmassy. Aniseed, cloves, cinnamon, that kind of thing, but sorry, but the kind of vanilla side of it as well. That is really nice. It is quite sweet. I wouldn't say kind of fudge sort of sweet, but yeah, Christmassy definitely. Getting all those different spices in it. Maybe slightly fudgy. Not sure. Interesting. There's quite a few different things. Kind of slight berry sort of feel into it. Slightly bready, toasty kind of, that kind of wheat, barley, that sort of breadiness to it, but slightly toasted, maybe sort of honey kind of flavours to it as well. It's actually really nice. Kind of bit of peppermint as it disappears. Just kind of got that kind of bite of peppermint as the flavours all sort of dissipate. That is quite interesting. There's a bit of a bite at the front end, like cinnamony and cloves and all that sort of thing. So yeah, it's kind of winter spices, Christmas spice, that sort of thing, cinnamon and all that coming through, and then as it kind of dissipates, you get a little bit of sweetness, and then the kind of kick of peppermint at the end. That is rather pleasant. There's a lot more than I expected to come on, and people have always said it's quite nice, and it is quite a popular whiskey. And I can see why, to be honest. Shall we see what Masters of Malt say? Let's have a look. So, tasting notes. So, an elegant, stylish nose of marmalade, cocoa and malt, plenty of vanilla and sprinkling of winter spice to go nutmeg, cloves, cinnamon alongside a mouth-watering hint of aniseed. I got most of that. Pretty good. Okay, palate. Very malty, creamy delivery with suggestion of berry fruit. Juicy, toasted barley, cloves and butterscotch. Manuka honey, hot batter toast and dried apricot develop. Yeah, some of the apricot I'm not a big fan of, so I probably wouldn't pick that, but anyway, but there you go. Finished medium length, spicy yolk and a hint of peppermint on the tail. There you go. I got most of that. Oh, overall, what's this? Okay, according to the Monkey Shoulder website, some say it tastes like riding bareback on the wild moors of Scotland with a flame-haired maiden on Christmas morning. Okay, others agree it tastes like 007 wearing a tuxedo wetsuit. This whiskey is to be enjoyed. 007 wearing a tuxedo wetsuit. I'm not sure I'd want to taste that. That would probably be a bit salty and a bit sweaty, to be honest. So I don't think that's a good way to describe the whiskey. Nah, that's not my sort of thing. Okay, so a little bit of water. We'll open it up a little bit more. A lot more sweet, more sort of honey and that sort of thing on the smell. Not as quite so much spice. Still the hint of it, like the aniseed and the cinnamon and that sort of thing. Yeah, just kind of just lessens it a little bit. A little bit more of honey, a lot more bite to it. Less complex flavours, definitely. Kind of takes the peppermint out of it. There's more of a kind of alcohol bite to it with water, which is weird. You expect watered down, it wouldn't be, but it removes some of the nuances of it and makes it more alcohol forward. Still nice though. Not as nice as it was neat, but that's quite an interesting one. There's some interesting flavours. It would be quite good to see what that does with the different combinations. So let's go and get some coffee and everything else and see how it tastes. Back in a moment. As always, lots of different choices. So it will be with ice, with Pepsi, in a cocktail, old fashioned, and in a black coffee, because I don't drink coffee with milk, as anyone that watches this channel will know by now. So, measure out all of this whiskey. So if you're going to do something, go all the way with it. Which is why I'm doing this, since if you've not been here before, I decided when I started doing whiskey reviews that I was going to try whiskey in all the different ways. Well, the main ways that you'll enjoy it. Neat, with a drop of water, with ice, in Coke or Pepsi, in coffee, and in a cocktail, and an old-fashioned. It seems the most relevant because it's one of my favourites, so that works quite well. And yeah, just look how much I go through. At least I'm not comparing it to something else. If I do that, then I have to have enough one of those glasses to compare it to the other one. And it's lots of whiskey for one night. Crazy. Anyway, right. Give all of this a bit of a mix to give it a chance to combine. Want this whiskey to shine through as much as we can. And if you haven't watched before, this is an old fashioned. I don't use any orange skin because I don't tend to eat oranges very often. I have a little bit of a bad reaction to my skin to them, so I kind of avoid them. And I don't want to buy oranges and just peel them and throw them away. That would just be rubbish. So I don't want to waste, so I have it without. It's fine. It's still bitter and everything else, and has all the other ingredients. So it's a nice simple one anyway. Okay. Let's try the ice first, because we can always come back to that. So it's a little bit cool. The glass is quite nice and cold. Very sweet. It's kind of apricot-y on the nose. It's unusual. I didn't expect that. Very alcohol-y again. As I tend to find with most whiskies, you put a bit of water in them, and you tend to just get alcohol flavour. There's a little bit there, a little bit of peppermint on the back end, I suppose. What else is there? All the sweetness has been ripped out of it pretty much. A little bit of the toastiness in it. That's about it. It's not a huge amount. So Pepsi Max, in fact, because I don't like sugar. Seems to bring out the sweetness of the Pepsi. There's definitely something there. It's not quite as powerful as things like Jack Daniels and other bourbon that have a lot of strong flavours. It's a lot more subtle. There's a bit more sweetness to it, a bit more vanilla, I guess. It kind of almost makes it like a vanilla Coke. It's quite pleasant. Lost all the kind of spice of it, just the sweetness remains. I said, yeah, vanilla, maybe a little bit of kind of berryness to it, but it's mainly vanilla I'm getting on that. So it's quite nice. Can't fault that. Alright, let's try the coffee. I'm not expecting a lot. As with most whiskies, it seems to take the bitterness out of the coffee, which is quite nice. It takes the bitterness out, and there's a sweet back end to it as well. So again, it's the kind of vanilla that's showing through. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, this is the big one. Will the sweetness cut through the bitter, I wonder? That's not bad. Yeah, some of the flavour does actually come through on that. It's definitely get the bitterness, obviously from the cocktail itself, from the actual bitters in it. You get the sweetness from the simple syrup that's in it, but there's something there. You can kind of taste the alcohol kind of hit with it, and it's like the kind of sharpness of the alcohol. A little bit of the Christmas kind of spice comes through, which is quite nice. And again, the little bit of vanilla. And that peppermint, it's just, yeah, peppermint just at the end as everything else goes and you get this kind of sweetness has disappeared. You get this kind of lingering peppermint. I think that's kind of a very Christmassy drink, I guess. I actually really quite like that. That's very nice. Right, shall we go back through them all? Leave the coffee till last so it gets a chance to get to the right temperature. Let's try the ice again now it's had time to cool properly. It's okay. There's a little bit of vanilla there. It's not a lot. It's just watered down whiskey, like you say. Maybe better with more than one shot in it, I guess. Maybe it's a big piece of ice, but I do it with all of them, so have to be fair. No, I do enjoy that with the Coke. It's subtle. It's definitely quite subtle, but it does work. That's actually quite nice in that. Not bad at all. Yeah, I like that as well. More simple than you get with some of the bourbons. So, because bourbon tends to have a lot more kind of in-your-face flavours, and this is a lot more subtle, and you do lose a lot of subtlety with a lot of the Scotch, I've noticed, especially the Speyside, because Speyside tends to be a lot more subtle, kind of sweetness and fruitiness and floral and that kind of thing. So it does lose some of that, which I think is a shame, but it's quite nice. It's one of the better Scotches I've actually had in that cocktail, so it's pretty good. Yeah, it's decent in coffee. It's not bad at all. Actually, I quite like that. That's not bad. Anything else it says on here? Now, I inspired by the man's craft, muggy shoulders being created using Speyside to find a single malt whiskies resulting in a rich blended malt of exceptional smoothness. People always say whiskey's like smooth, but have you ever had a lumpy whiskey? I haven't, I must admit. Well, I suppose we've got ice in it, but that's not the same. Taste mellow vanilla with spicy hints. Nose zesty orange, vanilla honey, and spiced oak. Don't be a drunken monkey, drink responsibly. Okay, it's only 40%, as you would expect. Pretty much everything is in this country anyway, so cool. Rooted in malt whiskey history and inspired by the maltmen who still turn the malting barley by hand. Monkey shoulder is blended in small batches of Speyside to find a single malt whiskies, then married to achieve a smoother, richer taste. Very nice. It's William Grant and Sons Distillery, so very good. Well, thank you very much for watching. All in all, I can see why people do like it. It's very nice, and I would recommend trying it if you like Speyside and all the different subtle flavours. It does really work well. Plus, the bottle's lovely, and I love the cork with the monkeys on it. And the bottom. It's just a well thought out, nice whiskey to have on the shelf. I like that. It's a good one. So, thanks a lot for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me, what did you think of it? If you tried any other cocktails, do you drink it in coffee? What do you think? Did you pick up the same as me? Who knows? Let me know. It would be quite interesting. And thanks all for watching. Please come and see me again next time. Bye bye.